Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Nancy Drew Lights Camera Curses. Let's continue. We're an hour and a half into the game. I'm not having fun. We've just right now started to do the investigation. We're into chapter 4 of 26, which is ridiculous. So if there's any way I'm gonna get through this, I need to just speed run everything. It seems like the game wants you to look at things before you do anything else when you have the blue options. The dolly's track locations are pre-programmed for the day's shooting schedule. Any deviations from the order will cause the system to reset. So this is going to put me, I guess, on a mini game. This scene moves the dolly when it's raised. That's shot 12. This is the on and off. The dolly is initiated in this scene. That's shot 37. So, wait a minute. This one started when the dolly is raised. This scene raises the dolly halfway. This scene raises daily the rest of the way. So, is there something else I'm supposed to find? Or, like, it says there is one thing to find. I guess it's this. Let's look at this and see what this is. Where's the camera positioned? Let's see. So it needs to look at the pyramids at 11 a.m., the Sphinx at 12 noon, the Anubis at 1, and then the pyramids again at the end. So it's looking at the pyramids right now. So let's try this with this. And then this with this. This doesn't seem like this is much of a puzzle, frankly, and I don't see the real point of them animating this camera spinning. It seems like a waste of energy. Alright, so now it just wants me to go back here, I assume.
Perfect. That's just where I need it to be. Now I can climb up to that scaffolding.
And so all of that was designed just so I could get to the next point.
Scaffolding pipes back together before the whole thing falls apart.
Seriously, there's a whole puzzle here. Now the game wants us to not get combos until we're ready. I suppose the easiest way we could try to do that is by not clicking on anything until we've found everything that needs to be found. I suppose each one of these is a combination of number of things to connect to other number of things. So I think I'm good. So if I do this and this, they'll connect. If I do this and this, they'll connect. If I do this and this, that'll connect. If I do this with this, that'll connect, and that with that. There we go. And pretty repetitive stuff here. Not a necessary element. So there's two more things to find. Here's one. And I guess we'll click that and see if that works. I guess that doesn't. Alright. So this one with this one. This one with this one. The difference between those two, if you didn't see that, is this one had internal cylinders as part of the pipe, and the connector that, or the missing piece, didn't have those internal cylinders. This one didn't have the internal cylinders as part of the pipe, and instead they were part of the connectors, these little yellow things. This with, I think, that one. This one with this one. And that one with that one. This all seems really, really ridiculous. We're supposed to be investigating a murder, and I feel like if we are bumbling around, even more than like a Scooby-Doo cartoon, and one would assume if you were playing a video game of something like Scooby-Doo, they wouldn't have you play as Shaggy and Scooby bumbling around and not really finding anything or doing anything to actually solve the thing. In fairness, most Scooby-Doo cartoons do have a level of Scooby and Shaggy running into something, finding some piece of evidence or information that then either Velma or maybe Fred would figure out is a clue to. This is a little bit more tough as far as a puzzle. You're having to really keep an eye on these little yellow dots as an element. Well, I screwed that up. Oh well. Move forward.
There's that cat again.
And we keep chasing this cat, and who cares about the cat? This time you don't look at the cat. How about we grab the cat for 50 points?
I just can't seem to catch that cat.
Cats, of course, being a good omen in Egyptian mythos, probably is going to play a role on whatever curse is going on here, if there is a curse. And we have a rotated throne slash sofa chair. And we weren't supposed to look at it, so will I get 50 points? Yes. So you kind of need to know what the right move is in every scenario to get the maximum points, but I imagine it doesn't matter too much. We have a broken nut. We grab it, it doesn't work. Let's look at it.
Oh my gosh, this bolt has been shaved off. What happened to the scaffolding was no accident.
Shaved off. The
Ruler of the Nile is the title to this. A film in a new style, not easily dismissed.
And then we have more hieroglyphics. So there's this idea, I guess, that we might have to, at the very end of the game, translate all the hieroglyphics. There's also a page 2.
The famous Nile princess that Lois Manson played. Her life was a success. Her name will never fade.
So a lot of riddles going on. Never seen one of these before. Do we pick it up or do we look at it?
Looks like these are part of a wardrobe item. I'd better check it out.
It's a costume bead according to the text.
These beads may be a clue as to who tampered with this bolt. I should check out the wardrobe room.
Not a lot of people to interact with here. We've only seen Molly. And that was just a mad rush through this chapter. It was not as frustrating as the first couple chapters. That's good. We got 3,000 bonus points for conversation cube bonuses and 3,000 bonuses for not having to reset Molly's dolly once. We didn't know that that was potentially going to bonus us with points, however, so it's just a happy surprise. 3,600 points for doing the chapter, which puts us just a slightly small amount higher than we were before. And I really feel like you at certain points the game moves you forward on your level and it's locked out and not really showing you a fair translation of the amount of points you've earned.
There you are. Here, kitty kitty.
Or it may just be a random amount of points needed to move to different sections. So there's a cat here, and I assume we're gonna do something more in this scene. One would assume. I guess I'm always supposed to grab the cat. And when I did, I still only got 50 points.
There it goes again. How can I follow that cat now? These crates are too heavy to move. There's a wooden ramp here, but it's broken. Maybe I can build a new ramp.
This is rather ridiculous that you would... that all these puzzles are just transitional.
That decoder.
Like just puzzles to get from point A to point B, which is kind of common in point and click adventure games also, but not so much. Being somebody who's a fan of the LucasArts and you know, Day of the Tentacle style comedy of point and click adventures, playing a game like this where there's no characters to interact with, therefore no opportunities for comedy unless Nancy Drew started talking to herself in a comedic way, which she probably won't. This whole game is going to be serious while asking us to do some pretty ridiculous actions. Let's see. The hammer and that are not connected. Let's see, can maybe I hammer that? Maybe I just saw... There we go, we sawed some wood. There's still two other things to find. So this switch, which I guess I can grab the switch and see what happens.
It looks like it can hold a lot of weight.
So how about we do this with this? Nope, that's too much thinking outside the box. I was thinking, yeah, why don't we just hook the crane to the box, lift it up, and then see if it falls down and drops it and breaks the lock violently. Of course, that would probably break something inside of it too. Well, it says there's something else on the map, but I don't particularly see it. Paw prints and red paint. Okay. Now we have red paint that we could take, or red paint we can use with the wood. No real reason to understand why to do that. Paint the hammer. Maybe smash this with a hammer. Maybe do this with that. Pulley looks pretty sturdy. Maybe I'm supposed to just look at the red paint. Ah, there's a key in the red paint. So use that key. With that. In here we've got a nail and using the nail on the wood doesn't do anything, so the nail on the hammer. Like, I'm just not interested in even trying to find the solutions before trying things. I just want to rush through this. Good ending or not, like, who cares? This game is not worth that. Looking at this doesn't do anything. Picking it up apparently turns it on. So the hand is not only picking up things, it's interacting with things. There we go. I guess I sort of should have known that. Honestly, I'd prefer to play a hidden object game where it just said, look, find the 15 globes in here. Even if it was just a character that said, I'm not going to talk to you or help you until you help you find the 15 globes in an area. Or 15 ashtrays or 15 something else. Trying to integrate hidden object gameplay into the story so tightly so it makes it's trying to be something that would happen in a normal life, but the problem is in normal life you wouldn't mess about in a place looking for specific items to do specific things that you don't even know what you're trying to accomplish, unless I guess you're accustomed to working in a very messy, disorganized warehouse or, I don't know, workshop. Bonus round time, with the bonus round giving me potentially more points than anything else. Let's keep going. Keep on going. Next. Keep it happening. 250. The ideal plan when playing like this is to limit the number of interactions you have, so you don't have to memorize a bunch of things. So chapter score 1400 points plus 840 points earned from the mini games, which again, that just puts us a thin sliver. I don't even know if it moved on your ranking. I just don't feel like half these systems were finished being programmed. And we're moving to yet another area.
Look like the cat's here, but this looks like the wardrobe room.
I feel like
find out where those beads came from now.
The map that we're seeing is the only map of the area. And I guess there would be a question of the next Nancy Drew in this series, which I'm not even sure I want to play the other two Nancy Drew games that are in this series at this rate. Might be just one map of similar size and similar number of scenes. It's not unheard of in hidden object games to be a little shortchanged or even a lot shortchanged. Let's see this. 3 items in this area. I should be looking for them. But you would kind of expect it more from Nancy Drew. Instead, when I'm getting his voice acting that's unnecessary. To whom it may concern, this is the first movie I've ever worked on. I actually dread going to work. Where I actually dread going to work every day. Something terrible happens and there are black cats everywhere. It's obvious to me that the set is cursed and this film should be shut down before anyone gets hurt. To Tina, P.S. I quit. So somebody quit. Probably an extra. Lydia Lynn is not an Etta Brooks fan. Brooks has the looks but none of the Neferati's know-how by Lydia Lynn. Man, this text for me is too small. I play games with a TV that's about 26 inches, about 10 feet away from me, so normal viewing distance for watching TV, not really the normal viewing distance for playing a computer game. And of course, this game is getting scaled up to like a 1080p resolutions, which makes some things sometimes harder to read. But in general, I saw someone post an article just the other day arguing about talking about how games are getting smaller and smaller with their text on screen, and that they even sort of know it themselves because when you get to the credits, the text is a lot bigger.
Costumes are strewn everywhere. Maybe I'll put them away. I am the new production assistant after all.
Wait a minute. When did that become the case? If the game had told me I was hired to be a production assistant and not investigate a murder at all, and we just somehow wandered into a murder mystery, or a mystery, I guess there's not been a murder yet, will probably be one would assume, that would make a lot more sense for what we were doing, and it would not be as offensive for the first couple hours of gameplay here. I guess I have to actually play though. So this is gonna be maybe a mini game.
For reference only. Ah, okay. Here's how I can figure out which costumes belong in which lockers.
So 13 items, and we're just gonna find them all and try to put everything here. I see this, but I don't see that matching anything. This is a long brown wig, which I assume like goes here. MT locker, NK locker. The nameplate is unreadable. So does this one go here? Nope. So maybe we have to match items before we can do anything to put them up. Broom. Two more items. There certainly is a mess here, and then one would assume the broom is going to come into play. A whip. I don't see any references to anybody holding a whip. And the last thing might be nothing, so let's see. This outfit matches this guy, so let's try that. No, this also matches this girl, so let's try that. Let's try that with this one then. Nope, that's not working. This outfit probably goes with her. So that was right. So we do click on the lockers. You just have to get things correct. But the hair, it's kind of hard to tell. Like, what? Oh, I guess I'm clicking on the wrong thing. This hair doesn't seem like it wants to go anywhere. maybe these are the sandals of this character, so let's put him with that. This doesn't go with that one. Does it go with that one? So I'm not gonna get any combo here. But I honestly don't care either. Just want to mad dash through all of this. Maybe we just can't get the... We can't get the headpieces in until we've done other things. Maybe the whip and the broom. I can use the broom.
I don't want to use this broom until after I'm done putting everything away.
Interesting. Maybe I need to use the whip with the wigs. Ah, I see. Well, so we use the whip multiple times. We've never done that before. Apparently Nancy Drew is quite handy with a whip. Where'd she pick up a skill like that? If this wig is missing something. There's one more item. A headband that I have to mix with this. Then I can put this here. Now I can use this. Clean up the whole area. And in the act of cleaning up the area, I find another jewelry bead.
The beads I found on the broken scaffolding match the ones on this Nefertiti costume.
So whoever's wearing the Nefertiti costume is the suspect. There's two other things. If I had a pencil and some kind of charcoal, then I could do maybe a rubbing on the nameplate.
This screwdriver was used to scratch out that nameplate. Looks like someone was upset.
Interesting. EDA. Like.
Now let's clean up this mess.
I don't know why any adult would waste their time doing that with a screwdriver.
Huh? Who are you? Oh my gosh, you're Ida Brooks.
We finally have a second
Drew,
character
the new
to talk to.
assistant?
Oh, I was hoping you were the new wardrobe person.
At least in the larger scene, she's moving her lips.
I saw Tatiana's note.
And so we're at the end of this chapter and we have to give evidence to suspects. She was afraid of the accidents.
She was really scared of the accidents.
All these people quitting. They're such wusses. So what if the set is cursed? Nobody's died or even gotten hurt. What the heck is their problem?
By any chance is your costume
a real Egyptian? No, missing a bead is the right answer.
Is your costume missing a bead?
Yes. Nobody can find the glue gun, so now wherever I go, I leave a trail of beads.
Do you get upset when you read those tabloid articles by
Lydia Lynn, I believe was her name.
By Lydia Lynn?
Upset? Did they spell my name wrong? No, they spelled it right. Why would I get upset? It's free publicity. Actually, there's 2 stories in there about me. Well, technically,
I wonder if I could just skip this and
kind of about me,
click here.
I'm playing the part she played in the first Pharaoh movie before she bit it. Or should I say, before the snake bit her.
How did the nameplate on your locker
get all scratched up?
How did it get all scratched up?
I don't know. It happened a couple of days ago. Apparently somebody doesn't like me. Although I have no idea why. I mean, as far as stars go, I'm nice as can be. So just buzz off, Mr. Name Scratcher Outer, whoever you are.
Were you on the set?
When the scaffolding collapsed. When the ramp collapsed. When the stage collapsed. When the camera dolly broke. When Molly went missing. Molly's not missing.
Were you on the set when the scaffolding collapsed?
No. Just so happens I got a call from my agent saying to meet him in the Casbah. That's the lounge near the hotel we're all staying at. So I went over there, and the next thing I knew, the crew came in saying there'd been another accident, and we were done for the night. Hey, you should head over to the Casbah and meet the people you'll be working with. George is there. George Jackson.
Wow.
He's the director.
2 hours in the gameplay, and it still feels like we're just getting introduced to things. You could have certainly saved a lot of time just by not having us pick any clues or cues. Or at the very least, you should try to catch people in lies. Do something like L.A. Noire. L.A. Noire is not a great system, but at the very least, it is based around actually being a detective and catching people and saying the wrong thing or saying lies instead of just whatever this is. I mean, you're literally getting very little to no information out of any suspect. So, how would you be able to investigate this way? And now we've moved up to 3/4 of the way done, and I still very much feel like this indicator is just a rigged system. I guess we don't have a clue particularly to know how much we need, but if we were to say it was 20,000 to this point and it'll be 20,000 to this point, then 60, 80, 100,000 is needed, or maybe just slightly over 80,000 is needed. You may not actually need to get that high of a score, come to think of it. Well, it's been another 30 minutes. I like the idea of making a mad rush to this game. That is working a little bit better, but I don't know if I can improve the game any more than that. Just get through it quick and be done with it. That's it for this recording. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.